Welcome back to another Asia vlog. It's Julia here, a foodie and explorer. This time we're in Singapore, home to many hawker centers with a diverse population and stunning sights to visit. Now let's dive in and explore the city together. Once we landed, I activated my eSIM so I could access data quite quickly, and I got mine from Klook. It was fairly cheap, around $5. It's late right now, so we just got takeout chicken rice. I've been craving this for so long, it's so good. So now after this, I'm just gonna rest and start the day fresh for tomorrow. Hi, so today is my first full day in Singapore and I'm super excited to see what there is to see and what there is to eat, so let's go. First on the list, we're visiting Paranamarkana. It's located in Sentosa Island and it specializes in farm-to-fire cuisine. It has a unique display of meats and vegetables hanging on top of the wood fire, which is so cool to see. And I think this made the chicken even juicier because it was so good, one of the best I've had in Singapore. And you can't miss out on the dessert. The ice cream and churros is so delicious, especially with the churros with the caramel sauce. And later we went to La Posada, a hawker center in the main city of Singapore. It was pouring rain, but we decided to still go and eat under the tent. And surprisingly, the skewer vendors accepted card and didn't even use cash. There is no aircon here, only fans at the hawker centers, so I had to get a refreshing coconut drink before we left. And luckily it stopped raining, so now we can walk around and enjoy the scenery of Singapore at night. We walked across to see the infamous Merlion and it was so packed even though it was at night. And at this point I am drenched in sweat, so we quickly walked into Marina Bay Sands, a shopping center, to cool down with a strong aircon before walking out again to watch the Spectral Light Show. This is free, so expect large crowds, and this is on every night. And then we wanted to get some nice views, so we took the elevator all the way up to Marina Bay Sands Infinity Pool, and next to it is Spargo Bar and Lounge. We chilled here with the amazing skyline of Singapore, and you can even see the gardens by the bay lit up at night. While we were here, we ordered the laksa spring rolls as a bit of a snack, and it feels like we ate a whole bowl of laksa because there was just so much flavor in this one spring roll. And with a nice touch, we ended the night with dessert from Olivia's Cheesecake in Chinatown, and it honestly is the most lightest blue cheesecake I've ever had. It's definitely a must try if you're visiting Singapore. And if you guys are interested in exploring more foods and what to eat in Singapore, I have a whole nother video you guys can check out. Day 2 in Singapore, and I woke up early so I could go for a walk around Sentosa Island. I feel like it'd be really nice when the sun is out, and just also to get my steps in. I'll come along, and then after this I'll probably be exploring more Singapore, so let's go. The weather is so nice and clear with blue skies with the sun shining. And on the way we were walking towards Palawan Beach. It's got a really nice bridge, very Instagrammable if you wanted to take photos. And then alongside towards the end of the bridge you have these 2 towers where you can climb up to check out the views from above of the bridge and the beach, and even just the gorgeous views of the water, which makes the walk more worth it. Make sure to stay hydrated in Singapore because it can get really hot and humid. We're in for another full day of eating and exploring, and first up we're in Chinatown checking out bamboo bowls for lunch. I absolutely love the concept of healthy fast food and also making it so accessible and affordable for everyone. It's super cool that you can collect your food from the pod and it gives such a futuristic vibe. Also, the meals are created by different chefs so that the meals that you choose have so much variety. I got the Sichuan bowl and it was bursting with flavor. I even added the chicken and it was so tender. Had a really nice balance of mala spice, and I would definitely order this again. It was really addictive. Since we are close to Chinatown, we walked along the strip and they have heaps of small stores selling souvenirs where you can browse and take a look. Towards the end of this trip, you'll find the Buddha tooth relic where it's free to enter, but make sure your shoulders and knees are covered. This is the first time seeing a Bola Bao concept store and had their first one in Singapore. It was really warm and fluffy and had a nice crisp on the outside. And not too far from here, we decided to walk along Haji and Arab Lane. They have so many stunning murals, it's very bright and vibrant, brings so much life to the streets. Next stop, we're headed off to Raffles Hotel to enjoy a nice drink at Long Bar, and while you're walking around you get to enjoy the nice design and interior of Raffles Hotel. One thing to note is that they only accept walk-ins, and usually the wait isn't too long and they give you complimentary tea. So Long Bar is known for their Singapore sling, and even you're welcome to brush peanut shells off the bar and onto the floor, which is super unheard of being in Singapore as a clean city. And for dinner, we decided to get takeaway from Zion's Hawker Center. And for something refreshing, I got the starfruit juice, which was super affordable for $1.50. And the main reason we're here is to check out the Chakwa Tao. This is Michelin recommended and the prices are really affordable. This place usually has really long lines, so make sure to get here early to avoid them. And then along this we got takeaway Singapore chili crab to eat back at home. It's day 3 of Singapore, and on my list is to try kaya toast. This is from Toastbox. I honestly found this a little bit sweet for my liking, but I love the pandan chiffon cake. It was really fluffy and light. I also just found out that Singapore offer kaiserdong bowls, so I have to check it out. The place opens at 12 PM and there was already a queue when I arrived at 11:45. And they only accept walk-ins for their lunch menu. The lunchtime is pretty much a 2-in-1 meal. You have your sashimi on top with your rice, and then towards the end when you're almost done, make sure to keep a little bit of rice and you can enjoy it with a nice soup broth. For a sweet treat, we decided to go to Orchard Street to check out the infamous ice cream stand. They're best known for being really affordable, so it's about $1.50. You can have it with bread or a wafer, and I decided to get it with a mango because it's just super refreshing in Singapore's humid heat. And if it's one place to visit in Singapore that's really pretty, definitely check out Atlas Bar. It's also listed as one of the top 50 bars in the world, and it's ranked about 48. It's giving Great Gatsby vibes and I'm loving it. They're also best known for their gin, and they have a gin tower that stretches 15 meters high with over 1,300 gin brands. For afternoon tea, we just got some cheese and drinks, and they even gave us complimentary sweet potato chips. Not too far from here is also Bugis Markets, where it's filled with stores where you can buy food, clothes and accessories at a cheap cost. Today is just filled with Japanese food, and next up we have Man Man for dinner. They're known for their best unagi, which is eel rice, and let's see for ourselves. Inside they have their own tanks and their grill section where you can watch. It's super cool and you know it's cooked fresh. We were lucky enough to arrive early and be seated at the front. The unagi bowl is served with miso soup, shallots, seaweed and wasabi on the side. Let's try it. The eel is so soft, plus it has a nice slight crunch of texture of being on the grill. It was so good. And I definitely want to have this again the next time I'm in Singapore. Okay, so I'm really eating my way through Singapore today, but it wouldn't be a visit without even eating durian. I just miss the fragrant flavor and the smooth texture. And we didn't want to miss out on the light show at Gardens by the Bay, so we took a Grab and it was only $10 to get there. And the showtime start at 7:45 and 8:45, so my friend told me the best way to enjoy it is to lay down, and she was not lying. It was the best thing ever, and everyone else was doing the same thing. And Gardens by the Bay light show is free, so definitely add it to your list. Hi, so it's now my last day in Singapore. I'm gonna explore a little bit more of the city before I go. And I think someone said that you can just like tap with your phone instead of getting the card, or you can just get like a top-up card. So either works. And then if you want to get around by taxi, I definitely recommend downloading Grab or Gojek because it's pretty much the Uber version here. Usually they don't cost too much, maybe like 20 Singapore dollars, but I guess it just depends like where you're going around the city, but the city is quite small itself. Taking the bus in Singapore is really convenient. All you need to do is just tap with your debit card and it will just go through. I love that everything's becoming cashless, making it so convenient to travel between cities. When I arrived at Valverde City, I didn't realize that all the shops didn't open till 11 or 12 p.m. And so the supermarket was the only place that was open, so I went in to take a look, and my goodness, this supermarket is massive. If there was anything that you wanted, I'm pretty sure this supermarket would have it. They even have caviar chips. How fancy can you get? Everyone raves about Shake Shack, so I definitely needed to give this a go. In Singapore, I've noticed it's become more contactless and cashless, making it really convenient and efficient. Truffle was on the menu, so you bet that I ordered this. Overall, the burger was nice. I just wanted it to be more juicier, and I wanted the sauce to kind of bring it together a bit more. The truffle flavor was a bit subtle, but you could definitely taste more of the truffle sauce when you dipped it into the chips. So now I'm heading to La Bain, by bus, and it's about 5 o'clock. So we made it to La Bain, and they're known for their pastries. I particularly wanted to check out their onigiri croissants. I thought they looked super cute, but essentially it's just a croissant with onigiri filling. And overall, it did taste really good. As you know, Singapore is really hot, so afterwards I went to get a refreshing drink from Mr. Coconut. Also, if you notice in a lot of taxis, they'll say no durians allowed in the car because they're just so smelly. Also, it wouldn't be a full Singapore trip without visiting Gardens by the Bay during the day. We made it to Gardens by the Bay, and it's super nice and sunny today, so I'm going to explore, check out the Cloud Dome and more of the garden, especially there's a Cloud Dome, so let's check it out. So hot in Singapore, and I'm walking through Gardens by the Bay. I'm honestly waiting for the wind because I'm sweating everywhere. Whew. You could buy your tickets online, but since it was like last minute for me, I just bought it at the counter and it was super easy. I got the package for the Flower Dome and the Cloud Forest. This is the entrance, and it's fully aircon, so good. So I love really nice views and decided to go on the cable cars back to Sentosa Island.
I didn't realize that it makes 2 stops, so one to Harbourfront and one Sentosa. So we're going straight to Sentosa. We just passed Harbourfront, and now we just have more of the water. This is probably going to be the last thing I do in Singapore, so I'm really enjoying the view and ending it really nicely with the waterfront views on the cable cars. So overall, I really enjoyed my trip in Singapore. Just remember that it's really hot if you're coming here.
And before saying goodbye to Singapore, I had to have my last meal, and it was at Fireside on Sentosa Island. They have a great variety of dishes to choose from, with comfy seats overlooking the pristine marina. Also, if you're interested in more food, definitely check out my previous video on Singapore. Thank you so much for joining me in my 4 days in Singapore. We definitely tried to fit in as much as we could, and let me know in the comments what else you recommend visiting in Singapore, and if you can stand the humid heat here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, see you in the next video. Bye!